Hello, my Scarlet Speedsters. It's Devin from Comikazees once again, and today's video is going to be my review and top 5 moments and general thoughts of The Flash episode 22, Rogue Air. Starting off with top 5 moments, so spoiler warnings for the people who haven't seen the episode just yet. You've been warned. Moment number 5, Reverse Flash wants what was taken away from him. Moment number 4, Wells puts the particle accelerator back on. Moment number 3, the Flash teams up with Captain Cold to take the metahumans to Lian Yu, but Captain Cold plays him and leaves with the metahumans, starting the Rogues. Moment number 2, the Reverse Flash uses his Flash ring to take out and get into his suit. And moment number 1, Firestorm and Green Arrow join the Flash in his fight against Reverse Flash. Oh my god, that Flash episode just happened. Episode 22 of The Flash, aka Rogue Air, is probably one of the best episodes of Flash so far and possibly one of my favorites. Like, wow. So much happened. Like, I can't even control myself. Like, what was this? What was I doing? Was I trying to do this? But it was such a great episode. Like, for starters, you know, Team Flash found Eddie. Iris found the wedding ring that Eddie was going to propose to her with. Eddie and Iris break up, basically telling her that Wells showed me the future, you know, something in the future, that you're going to marry Barry. I was like, right. You right, Eddie. You right. Wells was right. And then Iris started talking like, no, it's my future. I love you, this, that, and the third. And I was like, why are you lying for? Like, we all know you just told this man you loved him, basically. Like, stop playing, Iris. Stop it. Just stop. And they break up, which was sad for a moment. But if you're a fan of the Iris West Allen, you know, like how it is in the comics, like like I am, then you were okay with it. I was perfectly fine with it. I like Eddie, and Iris is cool. You know, Barry and Iris always meant to be together. You know, that's what it is. I'm always been team Iris West Allen. So, but the crazy thing was too, like, Team Flash found out that Wells was in the particle accelerator. He was there under their noses the whole time, and he even turns on the particle accelerator with some futuristic energy source that they can't even stop. But before it fully turns on, you know, they have to do, you know, they have to, before it fully turns on, and we're talking about like what it did last time. You know, when it blew up, created dark matter all over the place, created the Flash and all these bunch of metahumans, they have to move the metas to a safe place. Like Lian Yu, you know, prison where Captain Boomerang's chilling, Slade, Wilson, Destro, you know, where some nobodies be hanging out at. But to do so, they need to join forces with none other than Captain Cold, Leonard Snart. But working with Cold comes at a price, you know. And the price is that Barry goes into the FBI, CCPD, whatever, and erases all of the files and history of Captain Cold. So and his sister. So that there's no, you know, history on them. That they're clean. They're clean slate. And it's crazy because even though Barry does that, Cold plays him and double crosses him, does him dirty. And I was shocked, not that Cold, you know, double crossed the Flash. That's obvious, you know. You always know Captain Cold says it. Like, I'm a criminal. I lie. I double cross. Like, you're mad that, you know, you fell for it. And I was just like, you know, I was surprised at the fact that how easy he did it. Like, no sweat. And I can understand why, because the Flash is all, you know, preoccupied with the metas having to go to Lian Yu and Reverse Flash. You know, that's a big deal. And Captain Cold is like, I'm just going to watch, eat some popcorn, and enjoy the show. But this is like the moment we were waiting for forever. And that was, you know, the Reverse Flash versus the Flash. But Barry, you know, has some friends of his that, you know, stop by. Nobody important. Just the Yamel cousins, you know, the Arrow himself and the Burning Man Firestorm, you know, to help him defeat the Reverse Flash. You know, easy stuff. And I was losing it before the fight happened. Like, I was like, oh my god, we got both Yamel cousins. Oh. And then, you know, I was like, yes, 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 yes. Keep it coming. And then we saw Cocky Wells was like, this is going to be fun. I was just like, is it bad that my initial reactions to all this awesomeness that happened in this episode were Vine related? Like, I was ready to go, oh my god! Like, it was just crazy. And then the fight happened. And just no words. It was just pure happiness. Because it was amazing. Amazing! Like, some of the best parts were Reverse Flash fighting Green Arrow. Like, because even without his speed, he was still keeping up. He was like, oh, bobbing and weaving, but he was taking hits. But Arrow eventually takes the upper hand because he is the more skilled fighter. You know, he doesn't have powers. He has a bow and his wits and his hands and his legs and that skill. But when his speed came back, it was a wrap. It was no joke. Reverse Flash was like, yo, flip the script, and was like vibrating hand. He was like, I can't even do it. I'm not fast like that. He was like, you live to 86. That's what the history books say, but not today. And just as he's about to kill him, boom! Flash saves the day like he always does. But then I lost it because the Flash versus the Reverse Flash. I've been waiting 22 episodes for this. Because it was just like the Flashpoint fight. You know, Reverse Flash chasing the Flash or vice versa, it doesn't matter. Running up a building, running in circles, fighting, this, that, and the third. The super slow motion cuts, like sequences, were amazing. Like, you know, from Reverse Flash popping the suit out of his Flash ring and getting into it, to Firestorm flaming on, and then just the Flash and Reverse Flash fighting, like, kicking and all that. That was just, oh my god, it was just great. And I was just losing it in the slow motion because it was amazing. It was great. So good. You know you're a badass villain if it takes the Justice League just to stop you. And even though there's no official Justice League, that's the Justice League. You have members of the Justice League, you know, working together. Green Arrow, founding member Flash, you know, another member Firestorm. It was 2 people. And then eventually Adam, you know, a bunch of vice versa, the Justice League. But it took part of the Justice League just to stop one guy. Like, come on, and he's not officially done. There's no way Reverse Flash is done yet. But I was surprised by how they stopped Wells in this episode because it wasn't the finale. Usually, you know, the big fight ends, the boss ends in the finale. And it wasn't. So I was like, okay. But with next week's promo, we see, you know, him suited up again, cracking his neck, and it's just like... So who knows what craziness is going to happen next week when Barry tries to save his mom. But 2 more things before, you know, I end this video. One is that Green Lantern reference. Oh my god, man. To have one of my favorite heroes, just them talk about him. Like, oh yeah, test pilot went missing. That's why Ferris area is closed. Like, why you gonna do that? Why you gonna do that to me? Like, come on, let's just bring Hal Jordan Green Lantern to the Flarrowverse. It just needs to happen. And second, for this amazing episode, I had to pull out my amazing new Flash shirt, which is basically a shirt of the Flash's suit for the show. And I got it from the DC Comics website, basically the clothing store. And I was so happy because it came yesterday. And none other perfectly than to come on a Flash day. Like, God, you were with me right there. God is holding it down. But, you know, besides that, it was such a great episode. And, you know, I'm also working on another video, and that's for tomorrow. It will be up tomorrow, where it's season 3 of Arrow's season finale. You know, the fight between Oliver versus Ra's al Ghul. It's going down, people. Like, they don't know. They don't know. But I was so happy, you know, about this episode, and I'm super excited for next week. Not next week. Also the Flash finale, but Arrow's, you know, finale. So make sure you tune in for that video tomorrow and watch the episode today. But I hope you guys liked the video. Please, if you did, give it a thumbs up. We would really appreciate it so much. It really just takes 2 seconds, you know, to take those 2 seconds out of your day, or, you know, to take the time out of your day to watch the video and then give it a like, because it takes like an hour to do these videos and this, that, and the third. And I really love to do this, and just to show your appreciation by giving it a like, share, subscribe, and telling your friends about it. It really means a lot. So thank you guys so much for that. But I'm really done. I'm speeding on out of here. You know, I'm preparing to watch that Arrow season finale. So, you know, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time when we talk about all things comics.